All right, let's just jump right in. We've all heard those stories, right? You get offered a free breakfast, maybe some show tickets, and suddenly you're in a 4-hour sales marathon. Well, today we are cracking the code on those vacation club presentations. Doesn't matter if you're just there for the free stuff or if you're actually thinking about buying. This is your guide to coming out on top. And this quote, man, it just nails it. The idea that walking into one of these is like walking into a casino for the first time. It's so true. It's not an accident. All those lights, the excitement, the buzz in the air, it's all designed to get you swept up, to make you lose track of time, and of course, your money. The house definitely has an edge, but that doesn't mean you can't win. So that's the million-dollar question, right? How do you come out on top? How do you walk out of that room feeling like you won? Here's the secret. Winning isn't always about buying something. Winning is about being in complete control, knowing their playbook inside and out, and making the call that's actually right for you. Okay, first things first, we're going to start with a survival guide. This section is for all of you out there who are thinking, hey, those free theme park tickets sound pretty good. You just want to get the goodies and get out. So let's learn how to play their game by understanding the house rules. And you know what? What's interesting here is that it's not all bad. There are some real, legitimate upsides. I mean, guaranteed vacations, staying in these amazing, high-quality places. It can even be something you pass down to your kids. But, and this is a huge but, you've got to be brutally honest with yourself before you even show up. Think about it. Can you really afford those yearly maintenance fees? Are you the type of person who loves going to the same resort chain? Or are you more of a, let's find a random cabin in the woods type? And you have to remember, this is a luxury purchase, plain and simple. It is not an investment like a stock. Okay, so you need to know that pretty much every one of these meetings follows the exact same script. It's like a 3-act play. Act 1, the friendly breakfast. They're trying to be your best friend, find out what you do for a living, and basically figure out how much money you have. Pro tip, don't give away too much. Act 2, the tour. This is the wow factor. They're going to show you the absolute best room on the property to make you fall in love. And finally, Act 3, the closing table. This is where the pressure really cranks up. They'll even bring in the quote-unquote manager to give you a special deal you just can't refuse. Now, what happens if you're at that table and you feel the walls closing in? The pressure's on and you're starting to waver. You need a panic button. And here it is, the simplest, most effective trick in the book. I need to use the restroom. Seriously, nobody can argue with that. It breaks their sales momentum, it gets you physically out of that chair, and it gives you and your partner a private moment to regroup and remember your game plan. All right, so you know the playbook, you've got your panic button ready. Now let's talk about defense. Your best defense is recognizing the high-pressure plays they're about to run. Before they happen, we're going to go through the big red flags. When you see one of these, your internal alarms should be going off. Okay, picture this. You're sitting there, maybe a little tired, and bam! A bell goes off, champagne corks are popping, and the whole room starts clapping for some happy couple who just joined the family. Let me be clear, that is not a spontaneous celebration. It is pure theater. It's social pressure designed to give you a serious case of FOMO, fear of missing out. It makes you think, shoot, if they're buying, maybe I should be too. Oh, and you've got to watch out for this one. It's a classic. The salesperson gets this confidential tone and tells you, hey, this thing basically pays for itself. We can rent out the weeks you don't use and you'll make a ton of money. Listen to me very carefully. If that promise is not written down word for word in the contract, it is not real. It's just talk. You know how they promise a brief 90-minute presentation, and then you look at your watch and it's been 3, maybe 4 hours? Yeah, that's not because they're bad with time. It's a deliberate strategy. It's called exhaustion. They know that when you're tired, you're hungry, and you just want to get back to your vacation, your willpower is at its lowest. They're banking on you saying yes just to escape. And now for the oldest trick in the sales manual, the today-only offer. The manager comes over and says, I can give you this incredible price with all these extra weeks, but it's only good for today, right now. This is 100% manufactured urgency. Let's be real for a second. A good deal on a Monday is still going to be a good deal on a Tuesday. You should never, ever feel forced to make a huge financial decision on the spot. So how do you fight back against that today-only pressure? With this one simple sentence, it's your secret weapon. It's polite, it's professional, and it completely shifts the power back to you. You're not saying no, you're basically calling their bluff. You're saying, hey, any real, serious business deal should be able to hold up for 24 hours. It proves you're not just some tourist they can push around. Okay, so you've listened, you've decided it's a no, and now you just want to leave. Here is your definitive exit line. It's the perfect mix of polite and firm. You thank them, you say something nice about the resort, you state your personal rule about big purchases, and then, the crucial part, you politely but directly ask for the gifts you were promised. Done. Okay, so we've covered the survival guide, but what if you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know what, I actually kind of like this. What if this is something you genuinely want? Well, now we switch from playing defense to playing offense. This is the Intelligent Buyer's Manual for people who want to buy, but buy smart. First things first, let's get one thing straight. The big, reputable vacation clubs, they're not scams. These are massive, publicly traded companies with billions of dollars in actual physical assets. We're talking hotels, resorts, the whole nine yards. You're not buying some fantasy. You're buying a right to use real, tangible luxury property. It's a real asset, something you can even leave to your kids. So if you're a serious buyer, you have to think long-term. Here's the core idea. You're basically freezing the price of your vacations for the future. Imagine paying 2026 prices for a luxury hotel room in 2040. That's the real value proposition. It's a hedge against inflation. And the other huge benefit is the variety. Through exchange networks, that one membership can be your ticket to resorts all over the world. This right here is super important. The sticker price is just the start of the conversation. The real negotiation happens with the financing. Their first offer is never their best offer. You have power here. You can counter with your own terms. Tell them you want a lower interest rate, or you'll only do it with half the down payment. Everything is negotiable. So, how do you know if buying is actually a good decision for you? Here's a quick gut check. It might be right for you if 1. Travel is already a big, non-negotiable priority for your family. 2. You love the idea of comfort, status, and guaranteed VIP treatment every time you travel. And 3, the absolute most important one, you can comfortably afford the payments without stressing out your day-to-day finances. If you check all those boxes and you're ready to make a deal, this is how you do it from a position of power. This is your power posture. You look them in the eye and you say this. You're telling them you like the product, which gets them on your side, but then you lay down your terms, not requests, requirements. See the difference? At that point, you're not a customer they're selling to. You are an equal partner negotiating a deal. Okay, we've covered a lot. The survivor's strategy, the buyer's strategy, but it all comes down to one final golden rule. This applies whether you're buying or just trying to get your free tickets. It is the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Here it is. Burn this into your brain. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. I'll say it again. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. Every single promise they make, free airport shuttles, bonus weeks, special access, if it's not printed word for word in that contract, it's nothing more than smoke. And this is how you put that rule into action. Before your pen even touches that paper, you become an auditor. You go through that contract line by line. You say, okay, you promised me bonus weeks. Point to the sentence where it says that. If it's not there, you tell them to add it in an official addendum. A good company will do it without blinking. If they start making excuses, that's your cue to walk away. So there you have it. You've got the complete playbook now. You know their tactics, you know the strategies, you know the rules of engagement, you know exactly how to go in there, get your free dinner, and walk out. And you also know how to negotiate a fantastic deal, if that's what you want. So the next time that invitation lands in your inbox, the question is, are you going to play to survive, or are you going to play to win? Thanks for joining us.